slide, please. Okay, I'm going to quickly go through a couple of examples that we have had where we felt like our client from Kansas really did a bunch of things that gave them an opportunity for success, and they greatly benefited from these particular practices. The first is a company called Pyramid Foods that is a maker of bottled condiments, particularly barbecue sauce. And so this, the head of this company, Mr. Luther Tooks, he did a whole bunch of things that we just loved working with him here on his project. He first attended an in-person Kansas Department of Commerce exporting event in Kansas, where we met him. So he wanted to learn about potential in the Mexican market. We talked about that personally. After that, he requested a business partner search from our office. So we went out and found some candidates to be importers of his product, and he engaged with them and began discussing potential business. Following that, he actually traveled to Mexico with a trade mission, not organized by us, but he asked my colleague Monica and me to arrange some additional meetings for him while he was here. He went to numerous meetings, did the groundwork of going to these companies, seeing their offices and getting a feel for what they were like. And he demonstrated great perseverance in follow-up communications. Unfortunately, it coincided with the pandemic, that follow-up period, and yet he maintained communication with a number of these companies and really tried to keep that opportunity alive. He also requested some feedback and assistance from us from time to time, which we collaborated with him on. And in 2021, to our great pleasure, Mr. Tooks advised us that he had begun shipping pallets of product to a partner that he had to come to agreement with in Mexico. And so, we were figuratively popping the champagne here. I don't know what is the status of that now, but at least it's an example of the steps that he took, which we thought were really the right steps, and they paid off, and he started shipping his product. Next slide, please. Okay, this company, the Teledentists, the Kansas company, we just worked with them last month. And this is a completely different example. This company had already engaged with some potential business partners in Mexico, and they asked us to provide them some information on the market and their potential partners so that once they began negotiations on possibly forming an alliance with these companies, they went into the meetings already armed with some knowledge about the market, and were not going to be completely unaware of what was happening here. So we prepared a report, we researched and prepared a report for them regarding what was happening with telemedicine and teledentistry in general in Mexico, some regulatory issues that they would probably want to keep in mind, and some information about the two companies they were going to meet with, about the types of activities those companies had, and what they had done in teledentistry, and really where teledentistry was in terms of the evolution of that niche of market here in Mexico. And so they received that. Oh, this is also a commercial for our office. The head of the company sent Lou a message saying, "The report is powerful and positive. Thanks so much for providing so much useful information to be used as we expand." We were very pleased because that's what we want to do. We want to help these companies, give them tools in order to have an advantage when they go into negotiations or make the first steps to enter the market. So that was, we felt, a good practice that they did. Next.